Turkey is located at the crossroads of the Balkans, Caucasus, Middle East, and Eastern Mediterranean. It is among the larger countries of the region in terms of territory and population, and its land area is greater than that of any European state. Nearly all of the country is in Asia. Western part is also known as Anatolia, Anadolu, and, in the east, part of a mountainous region sometimes known as the Armenian Highland. Turkey is bordered on the north by the Black Sea, on the northeast by Georgia and Armenia, on the east by Azerbaijan and Iran, on the southeast by Iraq and Syria, on the southwest and west by the Mediterranean Sea and the Aegean Sea, and on the northwest by Greece and Bulgaria. The capital is Ankara, and its largest city is Istanbul. The history of Turkey dates back more than 4,000 years. Turks first lived in Central Asia around 2000 BC. Later, some of them left Central Asia and spread around. The Turks started to settle in Anatolia in the early 11th century, and in 1071, the Malazgirt victory against the Byzantines literally opened up the gates of Anatolia to the Turks. After that, Turks fully conquered the whole of Anatolia and established the Anatolian Seljuk state there 1080–1308. This was the first Turkish state in Anatolia. The Ottoman Empire was born around the turn of the 13th and 14th centuries, in the northwestern corner of the Anatolian Peninsula, also called Asia Minor, the region of modern-day Egypt, Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Turkey, and parts of Iraq, as well as parts of Southeast Europe, North Africa, and Italy. As the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum declined in the 13th century, Anatolia was divided into a patchwork of independent Turkish principalities known as the Anatolian Beyliks, which were small principalities in Anatolia governed by beys, the first of which were founded at the end of the 11th century, and one of those was called Ottoman. Osman, the leader of Ottoman Empire, extended the control of his principality by conquering Byzantine towns along the Sakarya River. A Byzantine defeat at the Battle of Baphius in 1302 contributed to Osman's rise as well. After that, Ottoman Empire expanded their land over Anatolia, North Africa, and some parts of Southeast Europe. Decline of the Ottoman Empire started in the 1600s, when Ottoman Empire began to lose its economic and military dominance to Europe. In this time, Europe has developed rapidly, also the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, which was the main factor for their development. Other factor, such as poor leadership and having to compete with trade from America and India, led to the weakening of the empire. In 1683, the Ottoman Turks were defeated at the Battle of Vienna. This loss added to their already waning status. Over the next 100 years, the empire began to lose key regions of land. After a revolt, Greece won their independence from the Ottoman Empire in 1830. In 1878, the Congress of Berlin declared the independence of Romania, Serbia and Bulgaria. During the Balkan Wars, which took place in 1912 and 1913, the Ottoman Empire lost nearly all their territories in Europe. During the start of World War I, Ottoman Empire was already in decline. The empire entered the war in 1914 on the side of Central Power and were defeated in 1918. Following the Armistice of Mudros, the treaty between the Ottoman Empire and Great Britain marking the defeat of Ottoman Empire in World War I, the most of Ottoman territories were divided between Britain, France, Greece and Russia. Most of Turkish people were settled in the area of Anatolia. However, due to the empire losing their land, the economic crisis, the poor management of the government, it led people to feel untrust of the government and support other leaders instead of their king. The Ottoman Empire officially ended in 1922 when the title of Ottoman Sultan was eliminated. Turkey was declared a republic on October 29, 1923, when Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, an army officer, founded the Independent Republic of Turkey. Kemal Ataturk. Kemal carried out a number of radical reforms in Turkish society. As a result, Turkey adopted a Western way of life. The Turks began to use the Western calendar, the Latin alphabet, and the metric system. Also, Kemal ordered men to stop wearing the fez, which is the traditional hat of Turkey. So, actually he brings a big reformation to Turkey politically and culturally. Socio-cultural aspects of Turkey's surrounding neighbors. Iran. Iran is located between Turkey and Pakistan. Iran is a land of mountains, deserts, and oil. At the end of World War I, this land, known by its historic name of Persia, was ruled by a Shah, or king. In 1921, nationalist forces led by Reza Khan, an army officer, wanted to cut back the foreign influence on their government and economy. The nationalists set up a new government. Even though they want to reduce the influence of foreign countries, they use Western ways, but Reza Khan tried to reduce a Western political influence. Palestine. While Iran was trying to free itself from European control, another Middle Eastern region was just coming under British domination. After World War I, the newly formed League of Nations gave Great Britain a mandate over Palestine. In Palestine, the nationalism of two groups, Jews and Arabs, came into conflict. Jews and Arabs fight for ownership of the territory of Palestine. The Jews claimed the land on the basis of their biblical heritage and the continuing presence of Jews in the area since ancient times. However, Arabs pointed out that their ancestors had lived there for many centuries also. During this period, in Palestine, there were a small number of Jews, but a large number of Arabs lived together. The official name of Greece is the Republic of Greece. The Greeks call their country Ellada. A country bordering the Mediterranean, considered the origin of all European civilizations. The capital city is Athens. Greece has a land area of about 130,000 square kilometers. The population is about 11 million people as of 2019. Ancient Greece. It was between 700 to 480 BC one of the most representative polis. Athens developed democratic politics politically. Economically, commerce and maritime trade have developed. Another representative polis, Sparta, took on a militaristic political system. It was a city that developed agriculture rather than commerce. Hellenistic Age. In 323 BC, in the wake of the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta, Greece began to decline. It was conquered in the 4th century BC by Alexander the Great's Macedonia. At this time, Hellenism was born that fused Greek and Oriental cultures. The Roman Empire and Byzantine period. Greece was ruled by Rome from 146 BC. In 476 the mutually Roman Empire fell, but Greece continued. Until the Byzantine Empire was destroyed by the Ottoman Empire. Democracy, which means rule by the masses, originated from ancient Greece. A democracy that flourished in Athens around the 5th century BC. It was a direct democracy where every citizen became a legislator and participated in direct politics. Relationship between Turkey and Greece. The relationship between Turkey and Greece after World War I (1919–1922), the end of World War I and the defeat of the Ottoman army gave a historical chance to the Greek Prime Minister Venizelos, who aspired to realize the Megali idea. During the campaign to Asia Minor, the Greek army was confronted with Turkish resistance. The Turkish national movement forced the Greek army to return to Greece, preventing them from creating the Greater Greece of the Megali idea.
Büyük işler yaptık. Bu işlerin en büyük temeli Türk kahramanlığı ve yüksek Türk kültürü olan Türkiye Cumhuriyeti'dir. Bundaki muvaffakiyeti.
The Second Greece-Turkey War was during Greece and the Turkish national movement and the partitioning of the Ottoman Empire in the aftermath of World War I, between May 1919 and October 1922. The Turkey and Greece War is linked to the partitioning of the Ottoman Empire, which was a direct consequence of World War I and involvement of the Ottomans in Middle Eastern warfare. On January 30, 1923, the government of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey and the Greek government signed at Lausanne Convention concerning the exchange of Greek and Turkish populations. Here are the example of the Lausanne Convention.
Article 6. No obstacle may be placed for any reason whatever in the way of the departure of a person belonging to the populations which are to be exchanged. In the event of an emigrant having received a definite sentence of imprisonment, or a sentence which is not yet definitive, or of his being the object of criminal proceedings, he shall be handed over by the authorities of the prosecuting country to the authorities. Article 7. The emigrants will lose the nationality of the country which they are leaving, and will acquire the nationality of the country of their destination, upon their arrival in the territory of the latter country.
The Turkish victory led to dramatic changes. The Sultan gave up his throne, and the Turks formed a new country, the Republic of Turkey. Kemal became its first president. The new government moved the capital from Istanbul to Ankara, a city near the center of the country. Believing that Turkey needed to industrialize in order to assert its role in world affairs, Kemal's government established industries and planned their growth. Tariffs on imports were raised to protect the new industries from foreign competition and to reduce dependence on foreign countries. The entire modern Turkish state is in a sense based on anti-Greek sentiment, since its founder, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, first came to power by repelling the 1919–21 Greek invasion of Asia Minor.